Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Maria and I'm the trigger warning. Though I don't feel like I'll be triggering the group that this video is for. This video is for all of my highly sensitive folk in the world. Some of you may need more stimulus, okay? More engagement than usual. It's nothing wrong with you. You're just receiving upgrades is the best way, because I'm being shown like a supercomputer, right? Because I got Jumba from Lilo and Stitch. Your brain is like supercomputer, okay? But even supercomputers can, and I think this is where you're at right now. And it might not seem this serious to others around you, but you know what you feel, okay? And that's why I say you may need more stimulus or more engagement, okay? And that can be something as simple as starting to sketch or draw or write, something that keeps your it's keeping your body in a state of doing something in a pattern, okay? And somehow that's soothing your mind. Oh, because your brain supercomputer needs stimulus, and you're not getting that. You're not getting the level of stimulus that you need from the environment around you. So meeting new people could be really, really what is the word? Satisfying for you. Even people who are nothing like you, that you would never ever talk to them again in your life for whatever reason. Those conversations, I almost feel like those are actually more engaging to you and more what's the word? More it's the upgrades that's coming through that stimulus. Like, that's how they're being unlocked. But it's because sometimes we get a boost of energy, right, when we're receiving divine messages. And that energetic boost, we use it to go run and play more than we normally do or something, right? Or we're at work, and even if it's a desk job, like, we find ourselves, like, we can't help it, we find ourselves sitting and standing and sitting and standing and sitting and standing and right? Because you need that stimulus, you need the engagement. Yeah, and it's you process, you're a processor, you're processing energies, and a lot of the world is in like trigger mode right now, hardcore, okay? So the energy processors of the planet, you're working overtime right now, but it's crazy because it's like, for you, when everybody else seems to be dead in the water, right? Stuck, that's when you it's like, that's when you're thriving. That's when you it's I don't have words to explain what this is, because it's what I'm seeing is everybody, like, okay, this is like a small office setting. The boss doesn't interact with anybody, right? Like, there's nobody can say he said, she said, blah. There's none of that bull crap going on. It's work. And so amongst you, you're naturally somehow, like, you're coming up with, I don't know, it's like just the way you're doing your job, whatever your job is being perceived as at this level versus what other people are giving. It's not that they don't want to give at that level, it's just that they're not meant to at this time. You guys are being rewarded, okay? You're being rewarded for all of the processing that you've been doing. And I really feel like I'm speaking to a lot of people from my generation and Gen X. So a millennial and Gen X, but very, very specifically those who fall under Zennials. Okay? We are the part of the two generations that merge and blend and unite to combine the energies of the two and have that alternate variety of options, right? Because it's thirds. It's not this and that. No, it's whatever. If you know, you know. We can't go into that right now because this is meant only for those who are meant to hear it, okay? You're processing things, and I feel like the moment you scratch that itch, whatever it is, if you feel suddenly called to draw something, if you suddenly feel called to, do like I was doing earlier, like stand up and sit down at work. I'm not doing it because I'm sitting, my legs are up in my seat right now. So, and I'm too comfy and cozy to move. Good luck. Bumped my tooth there. That one hurt. You are at this point in time receiving you're reaping all of the benefits and rewards from all of the shit you've been processing thus far that you haven't been able to quite place. And so now, despite that, while you're still working that shit out, you're being boosted. It's so freaking cool because you're going to go from, say, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. This is multidimensional. That's why I don't use that crap. Okay, whatever. We'll use my little cube, okay? You're going to go do like the Super Mario World, that weird one that makes me feel like, oh my God, what the hell are they thinking? You're going from here, right? And instead of just being stuck here, like, oh my goodness, well, which way do I go? It's what I'm seeing is like you're being held up and the entirety of it is moving for you. You're seeing it all. And once your supercomputer has super calculated everything and placed it into alignment for you, then you're being put back down. Oh, do you see that? Oh, okay, I gotta show you guys this one. Let's do it again. Pull back up. So this may have happened to you already, all right? I don't feel like I'm telling you anything new here. All right. And you're being brought down, right? Now watch. Literally, space and time are bending to your will, to your essence, to your soul. That landing is not only gentle, but it compensates. So until you realize, stop applying pressure, it's going to continue to give and still support and sustain you. Right? Though something feels wrong, something feels off, it's because you're not meant to be all the way there. You're meant to, adventure all around it. This is like representative of the world, right? Or maybe even the psyche for some of you. But you're meant to explore. You're meant to explore, and it's not just the physical realm. You're meant to explore the mind and the world of emotions, which I know can sometimes leave us feeling like this. Okay. But it's all just to clarify things for you in ways that you've been seeing, but for whatever reason you've been kept there. And I feel it's to ingrain it into the brain of those around you that their projections are incorrect or inaccurate. So that means that whatever they're projecting at you, they're wrong. Ooh, the golden mirror. Narcissus, you know how he was so obsessed with his own reflection, but that was his curse as well, because the mirror was thrown into water and he just couldn't stop looking at himself. So, well, he wasn't a fish. It's okay to be sensitive. Okay? Yeah. There's absolutely somebody watching you. But I feel like it... That's so many cards. I just wanted to get this one, but we'll see if that comes up. Somebody that you had pretty potent chemistry with, probably had a lot of similar interests. Well, no, not similar. It says equal interest. The same. That means that your ideologies, I guess, or whatever, align. Or is it concepts? That would be a concept. Like your concept of, maybe your concept of freedom, or your concept of peace, or your concept of fair, right? It feels like stuff like that. Yeah, there's someone who wants to talk to you. I really don't, I don't think you're up for this right now. I feel like because you are in such a sensitive state, whether that's you doing a lot, like moving a lot more, or maybe some of you might feel a little edgy, but it's because you just need more, something that stimulates you in both mind and body. Okay. So that would be something like playing an instrument where you have to think about the next note and make sure that you are precise with your placement to get that right note, and your technique. Things like that. It's like, it's fine. It's almost like it's details. It's in the details. This is something in the details. So basically what's happening here, you guys, is the environments you're in, remember how I was like, we're going to pluck you up, right? And make it like you're out in space so that I could then show you so you could see the detail of like, that soft, gentle landing, okay? Like it's not that you're hitting so hard that and you're crushed. No, I feel it, and it's like you are this God entity, right? Landing on this planet, and even the earth shifts and moves to give way to you. I don't know how else to explain this. It's literally like you're not damaging anything, because the moment you move or anything like that, like it's coming back up, right? Like it goes back into place, right? So it's like coming up and it refills, and it always goes back to the shape, to where it's meant to be, to its own natural structure. You're going back to your natural structure now. And there's an energy tied to you that doesn't want to let you know how they genuinely feel about you, but they're very much being called towards you at this time, okay? You're going to need to set some boundaries with whoever this is. And I believe that the only way you're going to fully know for yourself or where you're comfortable with, this boundary, is by, you're going to have to speak up for yourself and speak the truth about whatever comes up between you and this person, okay? This can be somebody who left you, okay? Yeah. It's like they look at pictures of the past tied to you and they long for you. You look at pictures of the past tied to them, like that time frame, you know? And what you're feeling is your own passions for life that you have had at all times. Like, that's where your awareness is. And energy goes where attention flows. Or energy flows where attention goes. Something like, I don't remember exactly how that saying goes, like, officially. But it's basically saying that whatever you spend your time focused on or engaged in, you're going to get more of that. Okay? So even if you can't break these cycles, even if you can't shake that feeling, or you just can't quite figure it out, it hasn't quite happened, right? Whatever it is for you, the moment, right? The screaming goats, but it's like, the way I'm seeing it is like screaming, and it's like it feels like it's in a chaotic state, because I'm also being shown the fainting goats, and they do that when they panic, okay? When it's like their defense mechanism. So your defense mechanisms are fully engaged, but they're so fully engaged, and I feel like they've been on, now I'm seeing Star Trek, where the shields have been up and the battle's been going on for so long, you keep taking hit after hit after hit after hit. Your shielding abilities are being increased because you have been absorbing these energetic impacts from the stuff other people all around you have been experiencing. It might not even be anyone doing anything directly to you. It could just be stuff that other people are going through. Maybe you're very, I'm sure you probably are, but very aware, where you can tell when somebody's off, their energy is off. And so you adjust to whatever you intuitively feel guided would be the most gentle, and it feels, it's very grounded, very earthy energy, okay? So the nurturing, comforting, supportive. And that's even if you get, blow after blow after blow, you're just kind of, you've been taking it, okay? But none of that has been in vain, is what I'm being shown for you here. And I believe that whoever this is that's now, for whatever reason, possibly starting to think about you again, or this could be what's coming in, is that someone is going to start to, and you might start to feel this past shit pulling on you again. Don't worry about it, because when I'm promising you here now, like, whenever it really starts pulling on you the most is when lessons are being wrapped up and cycles are being released, and it's that that neutrality you get from that state of unconditional love and acceptance, knowing that everything that happens the way it does for a reason, and you don't always get to bear witness to, sometimes it's not even the like good stuff. Maybe you only get to bear witness to the shit stuff with people, and then they stop talking to you for whatever and move on to, quote unquote, bigger and better things, greater experiences. But you never received a thank you for actually being there through all of the endings, ending after ending, like defeat after defeat for this person. Okay. And I feel this is one person that you were there for quite a bit for. Okay. But they're definitely not the only one. You're someone, again, you're a processor. You're an energy processor. You alchemize and transmute these energies, and it can affect you. And I'm no specialist. Any symptoms you have, go see a specialist. Only take what resonates. Entertainment purposes, all the legality things are okay. You know this shit already. But when you know. Okay. Yeah. Ascending. I'm telling you, you've been processing so much. Now you're being picked up, freaking balloon, removed from the earth, and put somewhere else. Some of you, you're going to be moving and you're not even planning to move, but it's a very good thing. It's a very good thing, okay? And the way that it makes you feel, you become very alluring, very magnetic to everyone, even the people who can't stand you, okay? Just keep that in mind. But every little bit of anything that anyone projects towards you, even if they obsess over you, like they want to sleep with you, or they want to punch you, or they want to watch you fall, or whatever it is, right? They want to see you embarrassed, mortified, whatever their projections are, they want you exposed. Guess what? I hope they're ready. Tick tock, tick tock goes the clock. I hope they're ready to receive the healing they need, okay? Because they're about to learn some lessons old school. And see, these are lessons you are already firmly grounded into, okay? You are firmly grounded into the type of crap that this person's going to be experiencing. It's like you've survived it, you've thrived through it, and now this person who has been indulging in whatever towards you, they're going to be shown where they've been lacking confidence, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, you've been a little unsteady. You've been you haven't been very confident in yourself. Like, you freak out whenever someone sees your potential. And you're just like, oh my God, why the hell does anybody think that I'm capable of doing this? Right? But you always, I feel like you always prevail. More than prevail, you blaze a trail. That's cool. For those of you worried and a lot of your stressors are coming from money, please know that opportunities, greater opportunities are coming in that department, okay? Where you're going to be able to self-indulge in ways that you haven't been able to experience either before ever. And if you have, I feel like it's been a very, very long time since you've last been able to indulge yourself in this level of feeling safe, this level of feeling comfortable, this level of feeling confident, like, life's not perfect, but it is bountiful. It is beautiful and is limitless. So as long as I don't focus too much on myself, right? And I focus on love instead, which is love. Love will have you stopping yourself before you place your foot on the ground because you realize there's a bug there and you don't want to hurt it. And everybody around you will be like, you know, but you know that all life is sacred. You know that we're not meant to come and on this planet. You know that we're meant to come in gently, embed our energies, and, just release. Once we reach that level of resonance where we understand the frequency of where we've landed, right? And we don't make an impact. No matter where or how we traverse, we don't make an impact. And your energy is ever changing, so that you're constantly learning something new, constantly growing, right? And that's by just having experiences, right? And literally, this is why every single conversation can be beautiful. A random stranger, right? And I know that there's a lot of fear mongering around strangers and people you don't know at this time, but I believe that while a lot of it is, we're seeing facts, we're seeing things that are actually happening, I also believe that there is an equally potent and abundant force of souls out there uniting to connect, to, be peace, and to just experience peace, and just, smile and wave, basically, and just keep it moving. Yeah. But you may want to write, draw, could be just coloring, or just do stick people. It really doesn't matter. Whatever if you feel called to it, do it. If it's singing, but you sound like, I don't know, a screaming goat, then so what? Scream away, man. Scream away, right? Release the energy. If you feel like jumping around, rebounding, jumping is really great for realigning the energy centers, okay? And it's because we're not meant to stay still for so long. So jumping around, you're literally, your etheric self, if you will, your energetic true self gets to be like, oh, yes, more energies to connect into. Ah, wonderful. Yes, yes, I get to move now. Okay? Because your essence, your energetic self, your energetic being self, your true form, human, does not get to, it's like it's cramped in here. I'm getting it's cramped in here, okay, in the body. So you need more movement, okay? And those movements, sometimes even the usual ones aren't enough, and you have to try something new, right? So anything new that you're called to, yes, say yes. Be, what's that Jim Carrey movie? Is it Yes Man? Is it Yes Man? I think it's called Yes Man. I can't remember. But there's a movie where he can only say yes. And it's like chaos ensues, but in the end, it's like everything literally ends up beautifully, okay? So please know that even though those energies can feel chaotic, they are beginning to level out, not because they're no longer moving, no, but because you are acknowledging your need for expansion, okay? You're acknowledging your need, period. Your needs, plural, okay? Going from this state of being to, like now I'm seeing this just being a face you make when you're just telling a joke. but like you never embody that experience again. I feel like you've experienced it enough and have become, yes, over the hits over and over again. And you've experienced it enough and endured it for so long. Interesting. Now I'm being shown you as like the planet, and this being that other energy, like those projections. And they're like, meanwhile, other people you meet, you're noticing that there are other people who come into your life and they just, hello, goodbye. You know, you're seeing that there are people who have come and gone so much more gently from your life than this one specific person. And it is bringing so much closure to you that you're now I'm seeing this moving to a point where it goes so fast that it's stretching out and taking a different form, okay? No longer a cube, now something else. Ooh, what are you becoming? Let's get a card for that and then we'll be done, because we're already at 31 minutes. What are you becoming? Ooh, I just got Dominic Donner. Beautiful, beautiful song, beautiful voice, dude. Boy can sing. What should I become now that I'm finally free to choose? Damn. Some of you could be younger. You can be recently moved out of parents, or maybe recently stopped caring what your parents think. All right, so I don't care if you're freaking 60 and your parents are like 80 or 90 or whatever. I feel like you're that rebellious child that's just not going to put your happiness to the side because anybody else wants you to. You're going to choose what you want because it's what you want, because it's what you desire, because it's what you know is more aligned with you. Heart with a key and love call. There is going to be a new version of you making itself very acquainted with you here real soon. And you are going to fall in love with this version of you. And it's because this new version of you that is being integrated, okay? So it downloads and then it has to, what is it that it does? Like it downloads and then it... Clearly I'm not into programming computers, but I know there's a process that it goes through, right? It brings you and it like puts everything where it has to go, and then the system itself has to integrate that into and prioritize it along with all the other programs and processes, okay? But this is like this is like a computer that erases itself, and just because it's like you know that when you delete all of these programs, all of these files, and you reboot, you're coming back with exactly what you need and none of the noise. Dude, the same card. There's where the sunglasses one came out here. You are too far grounded in for any of these energies that played with you in the past and didn't appreciate your levels of sensitivity and your ability to feel and to process and all that and to hold space. Dude, and the other photograph one, like that was out with this other deck. That is crazy. That's just spirit saying I said what I said. Holy shit, the golden mirror. I mean, that's it. That's this person from the past is going to come back and love bomb you. They're going to come back and love bomb you. They haven't done it yet, but they're going to. And yeah, you know exactly who this is, because this is someone who loved seeing you in this state of panic, of chaos, of confusion. They enjoyed it. And you know that they enjoyed it because they couldn't even hide it. Even when they tried to hide it, it was written all over their face. And I believe, genuinely believe, that you did a lot of processing of energies for this person that allowed them to catapult to specific achievements in their life. Okay. Well, now it's time to pay the piper. Okay. And I don't normally do the snap thing, but it does clear energies. Snapping, clapping, bells. It's so tiny, you got to be very gentle. Ring a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding. Meanwhile, the goat's just like, you're doing it too hard. A little more gentle. Not as fast. Oh, not as fast. Okay, so you're learning to slow down more in life. And I feel like dude, I'm telling you. Your energy could be golden at this time. And for those of you who believe in true love, it is absolutely magnetizing whoever that is towards your area. If you're a divine feminine, and if you're divine masculine, you are deeply being called to move somewhere. And you can't even explain it. It's probably not even somewhere you like, but you're being called there, and it's because she's there. That's where your divine feminine is. Wherever you're being called to, she's somewhere near there, or she's, even if it's just that she goes to visit there and wants to stay there, but you're there even though you're not from there. Because I believe that it's somewhere that neither one of you is from. And I don't think either one of you would stay there like forever, but it's you're fine with being there for a little while. Okay. Interesting. Well, that was a cute little message there at the end. Oh, that was a cute little message there at the end. Yes, Cupid's arrow to end this reading. Absolutely. Don't any negative thinking around love and relationships that you've had, just let them go. Yeah, you know what? This taught me a lot. I know that I felt this way for a long time because of this or that happened to me, or because of this or that or the other that somebody once said to me, right? Or I once experience this or whatever it was, right? Wherever they're coming from. And it's just saying, yeah, that's cool. I know that, but I'm not going to let that stop me from being open to experiencing what I already know to be true. That was super cute. All right, guys, please stay active. If you need to move, I don't care. Listen, I don't care if no one else in your office. If you feel like randomly starting a song, just ask Spirit for a song. And even if no one else sings back, you are the one shaking up the energy in the room. So while everyone's there, click, click, whatever it is that they're doing, right? Wherever you're working. Because I'm seeing an environment that's like quiet, but crazy busy, okay? Click, 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 click. You're shaking up the energy in the room. And that's processing those energies. You're doing them a fucking favor, even if they don't like you for it. Even if they're like, oh, this again. Like, it's just because they're obsessed with obsessing over whatever they're obsessing over in here. And you're not. You're like, oh my God, right? You just want to process things. That's the difference. Okay. There we go. All right, that's our message. If you're new and you like the way that I read, you can always subscribe. And if not, I believe in magic. And hopefully you do too. And I'll see you whenever I see you. Bye, guys.